They don't hate you because you failed. They hate you because you might succeed. The moment you start rising, the moment your voice carries weight, the moment people begin to listen, enemies appear. Not strangers, not random critics. People who used to smile at you. Why? Why does power attract enemies before it attracts allies? Tonight we break the psychology of power. And by the end of this video, you will understand something most people never do. Enemies are proof of elevation. When you are small and you are safe, no one feels threatened by potential. People feel threatened by momentum. In the beginning, they clap, they encourage, they say, "You'll go far." But when you actually start going far, the energy shifts, because support is cheap when there's no cost attached. But power changes the cost of supporting you. Power rearranges social order. Every group has an invisible ranking system: who leads, who influences, who is respected, who is replaceable. When you rise, you disrupt that order. This is why in workplaces, churches, politics, and even friend groups, new influence is resisted. Look at history. When Nelson Mandela gained influence, opposition intensified before support unified. Before he was celebrated globally, he was feared locally. Power doesn't start with applause, it starts with resistance. The human brain reacts to rising power like it reacts to danger. Psychology calls this status threat. When someone near us rises, it questions our position, it exposes our stagnation, it triggers insecurity. Your growth becomes a mirror, and not everyone likes what they see. That discomfort turns into gossip, subtle sabotage, character attacks, not because you harmed them, but because you outgrew them. Allies are strategic. Enemies are emotional. Enemies react instantly. Allies observe. When you first rise, you are unproven. Your power looks unstable. Associating with you looks risky. People wait. They ask, will this last? Is this real? Is it safe to align? Allies don't move at the beginning of power. They move when power stabilizes. The stronger you become, the lonelier it feels at first. Look at figures like Elon Musk. Before mass admiration came intense scrutiny, doubt, and opposition. Power magnifies attention, and attention multiplies critics faster than supporters, because critics require no courage. Allies require commitment. Envy is rarely loud. It smiles, it congratulates, it studies you, then it competes. When power rises close to home, envy grows faster than admiration. Strangers admire potential. Peers resent proximity. This is why your earliest enemies often know your history, know your flaws, know your weaknesses. They watched you before you rose, and now they cannot process the shift. Neutrality disappears when power grows. People must choose, support or resist. Silence becomes position. This is why leaders like Barack Obama faced intense polarization early in influence. Power clarifies divisions. It forces people to define themselves in relation to you, and some will define themselves against you. Phase 1, dismissal. They won't last. Phase 2, attack. They're dangerous. Phase 3, alignment. We've always supported them. Most people quit during Phase 2, because that is when enemies are loudest. If you survive that phase, allies begin to surface. Don't respond emotionally. Don't over-explain your ambition. Don't shrink to make others comfortable. Strengthen competence. Competence silences noise. Build quietly. Expand strategically. Enemies test your endurance. Allies test your consistency. If no one resists you, you are not disrupting anything. Power without resistance is performance. Real power creates friction, because growth shifts balance, and balance hates being shifted. So when enemies appear before allies, do not panic, do not retreat, do not interpret resistance as failure, interpret it as proof. Proof that something is moving, proof that you are no longer invisible. And remember, allies arrive when survival is certain. Enemies arrive when potential is visible. The question is not, why do I have enemies? The question is, are you powerful enough to handle them?